So, yeah, you wanted to do something on
We're
that?
in the press lounge now. I don't have a press pass. I'm just an exhibitor.
How much did that cost?
Real sneaky shit this year. You know, the economic downturn has hit us hard, so we're pretending that we have press passes, but we really don't. We just wrote press ourselves. Okay, I'm lying. Let's be serious. GDC so far has been fascinating. There's a somberness. There's I don't know. There's a kind of
Definitely Paul.
I don't want to go that far, because like the game industry is still quite vibrant. There's still a lot of opportunity there, but definitely the economic pall has been cast over the entire industry as a whole. So, I'm getting to talk to quite a few people, and everybody's like, yeah, well, where's the money and stuff like that. So it's interesting so far. But
Interesting. I was talking to a venture capitalist earlier this morning who was saying, we were speculating that games actually holds up quite well in a recession because people buy more games because they want more entertainment, they want to feel better.
Games themselves are holding up quite well.
Right.
But game developers are not holding up quite as well as the games. Part of why the games hold up also is like the resale market. But developers get no money off of the resale market.
That's true.
Right. So as a consumer, I have no problem with the resale market. I want to buy used games. Sometimes I don't want to spend $60 on a game that I really don't care that much about. I want to see if I can get it for $20 or less, $7 even. But sometimes, as a developer, I'm not a game developer, but as a developer, I empathize with studios having issues with that. I don't know. We're going to have to find. I still think, and I've been saying this for a long time, but I really do think that the future of a huge portion of the games industry is smaller, cheaper games. And all you fanboys out there with your, it's not 40 hours. Fuck you. Nobody gives a shit. Smaller, cheaper games. Okay, that's going to be the future because it's going to be sustainable.
This is why I've been at the Casual Gaming Summit.
Yeah,
because I think it's a good place to be.
So I think and in that case, yes, exactly. And this is a big point. Sean just made this excellent point on mobile devices, iPhone,
specifically the
BlackBerry,
iPhone.
especially the iPhone.
It's a big topic of discussion.
There's so many games on the iPhone that it's made Apple, who's never really cared about games, put games front and center in their marketing for the iPhone and iPod Touch.
Generation smartphone.
Nokia
touch screens.
Yep, absolutely. So games. It's all about the small, portable games on a wide variety of platforms. Written quickly, developed by small, nimble teams without a massive amount of overhead. I think we're going to see a huge realignment in many areas of business, not just the game industry. I think the same thing is happening everywhere. Everybody's kind of having to move from this model of monolithic, massive companies towards more alignments or like coalitions of small, nimble companies that are focused. Again, it's everybody going back to their core competency. If your core competency is making games, then don't put all the other stuff in-house. Find somebody who can do that for you when you need it. Pay them a little bit, I don't have all the answers, but that's what a lot of people seem to be saying. And that's, that's what I think that's going to be the future. So we're seeing a lot more energy, a lot more interest in mobile and casual and Flash. I went to the Flash Gaming Summit yesterday. That was fantastic. There's a lot of energy there. There's a lot of good stuff being done in that area. And what's also interesting about the Flash community in particular is that it's primarily free to play. So they have to find other ways of monetizing. So as a consumer, you can play all the games for free. You're not paying any money up front, which means that they have to build closer relationships with like advertisers.
Oh, hey, are we recording again?
Yeah.
Hey, I gotta go back to work.
The rest of us don't do any work.
Yeah.
The rest of us, we don't really work. We let Drew work. We just look fat.
He is a robot. He is a robot. He is a robot.
I've seen him. Let's not say much more than that. But,
you're sharing the room with him, so we don't want to speculate really much.
I said let's not say more than that.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't resist. So one of the words people were using in the Casual Gamer Summit this morning is freemium. Is this idea where you get the basic game is for free, but then you buy customization, you buy new items, microtransactions, and so on. It's a big thing. And this is one of the big announcements they made for the iPhone 3.0 is microtransaction support in applications.
Although what's interesting about the iPhone version is that you can only have microtransactions in an application that already costs something. Okay. So it's not quite freemium. It's more like
so you might have to charge $1 for the base application.
Exactly.
So it will be interesting to see whether or not that lasts and whether or not they drop that restriction eventually.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. It depends on if people try to abuse it. So yeah, but that, like you're saying, it's big in Japan. And then of course on the flip side, you also have like the free 99 philosophy that we're hearing in a lot of places. That if you have a large user base, and if you can convert just a small fragment of them into paying customers,
1%. That's the usual standard.
Well,
but it's slightly higher for the
people.
iPhone.
Yeah, people are saying different numbers. The number that's being thrown around right about now is 5%.
Right.
Which again, even at 5% versus 1%, these are minuscule compared to the traditional 80-20 split. So 5% conversion rate with a good cost structure, so that you don't have an excessive amount of overhead, and you can profit off of a 5% conversion rate. Like you can cover the cost for your other users and generate a reasonable revenue for yourself. I think our entire economic model is being revisited in light of the fact that these are purely digital goods. Transportation and delivery costs nothing. Where's the value add for the end user? So we're having to look at even the things we do just in terms of GameDev.net. How can we really restructure this value add? And this is going to be another conversation. I'll probably schedule this one instead of being an impromptu thing like this. Richard and I will actually sit down and schedule this, and we'll discuss some of the ideas that we're having. I'm sure you guys would love to hear about this. But yeah, it's a fascinating time for us as game developers. Games are hot. Everybody's playing. Everybody is playing. Grandma is playing games, okay? Everybody's playing games. And there are ways to, earn a sustainable living and deliver value to your end users. So it's a fascinating time. And I think that we're going to see a lot of, I'm looking forward to the keynotes and see what, the big companies think is happening. I fear that they might have a measure of disconnect from where everybody else is, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
A disconnect between the companies and the real world? Say it ain't so.
It ain't so. I know.
It sounds almost academic.
Yeah, well.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Right, but I need to start heading over. I think get back to Casual Game Summit.
Yeah, we all have places.
We all have places to go for 2 o'clock. So
it was fun.
Yeah.
See you guys later.
Shay, thanks very much.
No problem.
Cool. Bye bye.